as Ollie Ashall-Bott for Toulouse, launching a long high ball right into the corner, and Wakefield with the first carry, and a huge roar from the crowd just behind them as they make their way up to the 10-metre line. And as we say, Barry, the atmosphere here week in, week out last season, absolutely superb. It's like having an extra player on the field for these Wakefield players.
So they had a good season last season. Daryl Powell has a fairly steady crop of players, and Mike McMeekin, who took the first carry, played all 3 tests for England in the Ashes series. He's a leader of the pack, works hard, does the rough stuff and the tough stuff.
Jay Pitts going down in the tackle there, as Wakefield, even in these early stages, showing exactly what we'd expect from them in terms of playing the ball as quickly as possible. As soon as the referee calls held, it goes out wide to the left-hand side, and a first kick downfield from Mason Lino. It's a little tester there for Paul Ulberg for Toulouse, as he brings it back out towards his own 40-metre line. Everybody lining up behind him, as Ruben Rennie is manhandled eventually. And Toulouse swing it out to the left-hand side. Benjamin Laguerre, a penalty there, the high tackle on Benjamin Laguerre, and Wakefield conceding the first penalty.
He makes himself small going into contact, and the infringement from Matty Staunton, doesn't bend his back enough, just ends up over the top of Mason Lino. They are an unknown quantity, Toulouse Olympique, and we've seen already Bradford almost taking the points and the spoils off Hull FC earlier today, and York with that enormous win on Thursday night against Hull KR. Nobody will be taking these teams lightly.
Tyler Dupree with a first foray forward for Toulouse, on loan, of course, from Wigan for a year, and keen to make a big impact on this French side. So they bring it out wide to the left-hand side with Lecans. In through the middle for Henry O'Kane. First touch of the ball for him. They're getting closer and closer here, Toulouse, as Ashall-Bott spins it in towards Thomas Lecan. Has he been held up? The ball's still in the air, and it's gone loose. And the referee has given that as a knock-on, but an early warning sign there for Wakefield Trinity.
There are a couple of players with real spark. Ole Ashall-Bott, the #1, who's been at Toulouse for a number of years. It's his 5th season with the French club. He's a really exciting player, Widnes born and bred, but very much entrenched in this club now.
He was the man who was given the Player of the Match award in the Championship Grand Final against York at the back end of last season. Toulouse winning that game, obviously, without actually scoring a try, thanks to the boot of Jake Shorrocks. Wakefield in possession and moving it towards the try line as it comes down the line. Pitts into the middle. Don't forget the 30th anniversary of Super League coming up over the course of the next couple of weeks. And Wakefield lose possession here. Short
Great work.
Out of the side there.
Great work. You see Max Jowett, some beautiful ball movement. Look at the green, lush turf that the players are playing on. It's virtually perfect conditions. It's a little bit sharp. We're in February in the north of England, so it's cold. The conditions underfoot are top class. That's great work from Max Jowett. Out before kick-off, earlier than all his teammates, practicing his kicking, and it's going to be quite the duel between Max Jowett and Ollie Ashall-Bott.
It's the 15th game of the weekend on Sky, as Wakefield have it. Done with Pitts to Mason Lino. Matty Staunton, who was a hat-trick hero against Swinton in the Challenge Cup last week, tackled by Henry O'Kane. They get it away here. Wakefield again. Lino, the string puller, superb for Wakefield Trinity. Jowett in the tackle. And again, they go down the left side. Corey Hall has spilled it, and Paul Ulberg will come away with it for Toulouse.
2 passes just behind the ball receiver. You can see skill just letting them down. Corey Hall, that ball around his waist. He's got eyes for the defenders in front of him and just can't control it.
Ulberg again. This is a good, solid, positive start from Toulouse, as Lambert Belmas comes away with it for the visitors. Okay, let's get it away to the right-hand side. There's Dupree. Good progress being made by the side in white. Ashol Bot tackled just over the halfway line. There's Lacan's. This one, it's too much salt and pepper on that one.
Yeah, he was disappointed as soon as he left his foot. He realised that. It was a nice carry on the last tackle from Ashol Bot. A number of teams sending that fullback in. The idea is if the fullback plays the ball, the defensive line, the kick chase team, everybody is in play and should be on the front foot, but that's a mistake from the halfback.
Will Tate tackled. Wakefield get it away through Tyson Smoothie again. He's having a fair impact on this game in these early stages. The man playing at hooker as Corey Hall brings it to the 40. Wakefield quickly setting the ball away to the right-hand side. Show and go from Mason Lino. That's a nice ball, just a little bit too far there.
There you go. I'm talking about the ball being slightly behind the runner. On that occasion, when the ball is put in the path of Will Tate, just too far in front of him. But it's lovely ball movement. One thing about Darryl Powell's sides is there's ball movement, there's skill, and there's expression. Coach Powell very much encourages expression in his teams and players.
Darryl Powell, 60 years of age now, the oldest coach in the competition at the moment. With all that experience coming to the fore now. Building a Wakefield side that are really exciting to watch, and we're hoping for much more of the same this season, but we'll have to see what Toulouse have to say about that. Here comes the captain, Anthony Marion, to the halfway line. Dupree again, smashing his way through three defenders. The referee blows the whistle.
Yeah, he's a big thing, isn't he? When he goes into contact, he has good leg drive, so he's looking for meters after contact, has an offload, so you need to put bodies in front, control that ball and prevent the offload. On that occasion, Mike McMeekin finds his arms around the ball, it comes away, and the referee, James Vella, has no option.
Good possession this for Toulouse, and they're in a good position as well. Just under 8 minutes in the game, and nobody on the score sheet as of yet. Tyler Dupree looking to try and change that situation as Hans gets it away to the right-hand side. Another barnstorming run from Belmas, who is another big unit in the French side. Dupree is missed out. It goes out to Ashol Bot. And he'll get first touch of it again as it comes out of the tackle. Quick hands here from Toulouse. Cesar Rouget, just a couple of meters short of the line. We've got tackles in hand here, though. They try to flick it across. A little bit too much from Anthony Marion. You could see what they were trying to do, but it just didn't quite come off for them.
Two players running at pace and purpose, close to the line. And the hooker just finds an option, picks an option. Another mistake early on in the game. Sylvain Houlez has been a great servant to French Rugby League and, of course, Toulouse. Second time in charge of Olympique at Super League level, hoping for a better outcome than last time.
Yeah, they were the wooden spoon winners in the 2022 season, the season after COVID, of course. But they'll be keen to try and show a bit more. Yeah, one of the players has gone down here. Back play.
It was a heavy challenge. Toulouse players celebrating, forcing the mistake. Medical staff are on the field now. Who carries the ball? It's Cam Scott.
He's taken a heavy tackle there. Not surprisingly, the medical staff are on there having a good look at him, making sure that he's okay.
The crowd don't like the look of it. And Tom Grant is taking a look at it. He thinks there's a head clash.
Well, Darryl Powell and Michael Shenton look on with concern. James Valla having a word with the other officials just to check as to whether there's anything more in this.
There's not much of him, but he gets stuck in. Luke Hans. Here comes Scott.
Yeah, so
we're going on report and we're resuming play the ball tackles here for Toulouse.
Whenever a player stays down, as Cameron Scott did on that occasion, it's wise to take a look at it. It's wise to take a look at it on Monday or Tuesday when they review. Listen, that's just a short player putting his body on the line and accidentally collects Cam Scott in the wrong place.
Well, the fans not too happy with that decision, but they don't have the benefit of a replay like we do.
I was asking for mitigation for a 6'4" player. I'm asking for mitigation for a 5'4" player.
Well, a massive hit goes in on Henry O'Kane there as the Wakefield players retaliate. Jasson for Toulouse. We're a good 15 metres short of the line so far as Tyler Dupree tries to smash his way through Mason Lino and Mike McMeekin. Hands gets it out to the right-hand side. Marion going headlong straight at the Wakefield line. Held up just a couple of metres short. But they can sense an opportunity here, the visitors. Down the right-hand flank. Ashol Botner, hand in there.
Josh Rourke gets a hand to that ball. They'd stripped the defence and had a number on the outside. Only Ashol Bot uses a cutout pass. I'll tell you what, if he doesn't go for that, Toulouse strolling for the opening try of the game.
So Wakefield have had to make a change. Isaiah Vangenaar has come on because Cam Scott has had to go off for a head injury assessment, which is only right, really, considering how he was looking in that challenge. They come forward, though, here. Thomas Lecan for Toulouse. Is that held up? The referee's having a really good close look at that one. And indeed, Toulouse will have to start again. This time. Being pushed back 10 metres. There's Lecan, finds Brendan Hance. Out wide to the right-hand side again. Toulouse happy to spread the ball around here in these early stages as Ruben Rennie brings it forward just a few metres short of the line. Tyler Dupree now, 3 in the tackle to try and bring the big fella down. They go again. Lacan's in towards Henry O'Kane. Ball bounces free. And only Ashol Bot couldn't get hold of it.
Yeah, it was an offload that was probably on. He had his arm free, but because the players, support players, and only Ashol Bot were looking for the ball to go out wide, you can see it's a bit of a blind offload. A little bit in front of him, but Toulouse have had a look at that side. Right side for Wakefield, left side for them, both back rows now, because of the shuffling around of Cam Scott. Nicotimo and Staunton both defending on that side. Big men, maybe not as laterally agile as Cam Scott, so you can't blame them for going that side.
Well, the win predictor in these early stages before the game had Wakefield as heavy favourites, but at the moment they're doing the majority of the defending after nearly 12 minutes.
We haven't had the fatigue factor that if mistakes are being made and penalties, and one thing I've seen throughout the opening first round of Super League, especially with the new interpretation at the play of the ball, if you lose a penalty, quickly another penalty before you know it, you're defending your try line. There you go, quick play of the ball.
Yeah, very, very quick. Trademark of their play last season. Tyson Smoothie, Nicotimo gets it out. Lino with the high kick. It's a short one and picked up well. Wakefield trying to get back possession there, but Corey Hall not quite in the right place at the right time. Toulouse with Benjamin Laguerre. Laguerre still through the middle. Found himself a little gap there before he was eventually closed down. Hands into Ulberg.
Brave play from Toulouse on the 20-metre line, spreading the ball, but you can't let the ball bounce It's the oldest adage in the game, do not let the ball bounce.
Never
Wakefield
let it bounce.
nearly came up trumps.
Belmas for the French side, getting deeper and deeper into Wakefield territory now. Marion's hands very quick. Scholbot, right down to the left-hand side. Grubber kicks through, just over the 10.
I'm not sure.
Toulouse thought they got it back again there.
I'm not sure he needed to kick that ball. Still, another tackle in the bag. That was only tackle 4. They're having a go, aren't they?
Good run from Seth Nicotimo. Jowie gets it away to Walk, and now Corey Hall. Tom Johnstone, by the way, you will have noticed that he's not on the team sheet
40-20
tonight. Now going for it, and they've kept it in well. Toulouse. Benjamin Laguerre striding to get the ball back in. Tom Johnstone is going to be missing for another 2 to 3 weeks. Darryl Powell saying in his press conference yesterday that he'd torn a little bit of knee cartilage and had to have a bit of work done on it. So another 2 or 3 weeks before Johnstone is back flying in Wakefield colours. Well, this has been an admirable start for the visitors. Darryl Powell with a lot to think about in these early stages. Their side certainly not having it all their way by any stretch. Scholbot in the tackle. Another big high ball straight down the throat of Max Jowett, who had an incredible game last week in that Challenge Cup game. But he's coughed one up here.
There's a knock on. He's never out of place, Max Jowett. His position when kicks are put to him is exceptional, but on that occasion goes into contact. It's a heavy challenge, a push back. May well have been hands all over the ball, but he's got to keep control of that. I'll tell you what, Tyler Dupree looks strong, doesn't he? Looks like he's put a bit of bulk on in the off-season.
Dupree packing down in the scrum.
I don't know whether it's that white kit or what. Bigger than Christmas.
So it's normally a black kit that makes you slimmer, isn't it? Ollie Scholbot here, almost through, he's in there! He's got the ball down! And it looks as though Toulouse have drawn first blood. Ollie Scholbot sneaking the ball over the line, Wakefield stunned, and the French side are in front.
Well, another one of the newly promoted teams making a real splash. Ollie Scholbot talked about his speed and an instinct to follow the ball, be where the ball is, be where the action is. And you have to say, that sliding defence, I talked about it before, Nicotimo and Staunton defending on this right side, a back rower, it's only one position further out. Most back rowers are good defenders, but you need to make good decisions. A little bit like a goalkeeper in football, if you get it wrong, it often results in a try, but take nothing away from Ollie Scholbot, 28 years of age. And a firecracker of a player.
César Rouget then to try and add the extras from a very tight angle, and all of a sudden the DIY Kitchen Stadium has gone very quiet indeed. Rouget then, he's hit the post on that occasion, but Toulouse Olympique leading by 4 points to 0. Sylvain Houlet will be absolutely delighted by the start made by that man. Ollie Scholbot scored 23 tries in 22 games for Toulouse last season, and he's got the first try of the 2026 season for the visitors. So what will be Wakefield's response? Jowett then to kick it off. And the man of the moment, Scholbot. Floats to Lambert Belmas. Dupree in the tackle again, and a real, as you say, battering ram of a player, Barry.
got some skill though.
Every time they try and tackle him though, it will be strength sapping on it.
He's got an offload, he's got some skill, he's not just a battering ram.
Show and go from Dupree there, and stealing an extra couple of yards in post contact as Brendan Hans. Long ball forward for Max Jowett.
He'll be trying to keep hold of this ball. Track your mind back, it was his mistake, led to the scrum, and ultimately the try. Took no chances then, the fullback. Good challenge.
The kick chase was fantastic as well from Toulouse. They were right up in his face immediately.
They're getting excited now. The French side.
Corey Hall, tackle just short of the 40-metre line. Joe Pitts, almost to the halfway. And Lino, one of his trademark piercing kicks to the corner. And straight into the hands of Oli Asholbot. Toulouse building up a real head of steam here. And at the moment, Wakefield have very little answer for it. Benjamin Laguerre.
I don't think there'll be too much panic for Wakefield.
It's still early doors, obviously.
We've just had the opening quarter there. It's just about 20 minutes on the clock. I think Wakefield probably had the better of the two teams, but just that one mistake, a lapse in concentration with the ball from the fullback, a lapse in concentration in defence on the right edge has cost them the first try. It might just be a case of poking the bear here.
Hamas. Rouget again with the kick. Jowett pouches it.
Great chase.
Again, they're straight on them.
Yeah, it's a great chase from Mathieu Jasson. Good pace, good intention from the back rower.
Wakefield finding it hard going here to try and gain any ground because the men in white shirts are right up in their faces immediately.
Just watching Mason Lino for Wakefield, he's getting louder, more animated, giving the players around him. It's not just about what he does when he's got the ball in hand, it's how he is a general for his team.
Speaking of which, McMeekin for Wakefield. Lino again. Another tester this time for Benjamin Laguerre, who's done well to backpedal all the way there and take it solidly. Second in the championship last season. Toulouse winning 19 and losing 5 of 24 games before eventually being crowned the champions. Ulberg almost to the halfway line. And with 20 minutes on the clock, the Wakefield fans having a minute's round of applause in remembrance of a young fan by the name of Liam Gallivan, who was a stalwart of the North Stand, who sadly passed away. Toulouse on the attack again. Oli Asholbot waiting for it, but it still hasn't quite come out to him. Hands waiting to the 10-metre line here again. Toulouse out wide to the right-hand side. Rouget with a kick out to the corner. Everyone going chasing up for it. Wakefield come up with a loose ball.
Good take from Josh Rowe. They were just starting to get some momentum over on this left side. Toulouse, I felt if the pass was put into Benjamin Laguerre, he'd have had half a chance.
Wakefield having to do the tough stuff here, being forced back into their own half time and time again. And the news coming from the sidelines is that Cam Scott has passed his HIA, so should be coming back into the game at some point. And it's Mason Lino with another big one. Ulberg through the middle and immediately squaring up to the Wakefield defenders, trying to bounce his way through, steal himself an extra couple of yards.
He's a handful, isn't he? Ulberg, short, squat player.
As is Ruben Rennie. He's in possession now.
Two Cook Islanders.
They are not short of willing runners here. Toulouse back into Wakefield territory as it comes back through hands, and now Tyler Dupree. three to bring him down again. Hands waits. Marion with a little touch into Belmas. This is the last one. Rouget, kick to the middle this time. Oli Asholbot chasing after it again and almost finding Max Jowett in trouble.
Yeah, he caught that ball. Just a second. He's tackled in the air. Sorry, I thought he caught him, Max Jowett, for catching the ball behind the line, but it was a beautiful kick. I was talking about the combinations that Toulouse are going to try and force. César Rouget chasing the kick. Sorry, César Rouget putting the kick in. Oli Asholbot chasing the kick. Good communication. There's Cameron Scott. As soon as he gets on, they'll be able to reshuffle and put the right players in the right positions. Square pegs in square holes.
Caleb Hamlin-Welly. He is tackled. Wakefield come away with it through the middle again from McMeekin. Tyson Smoothie to Truman. Truman tackled again. Oh, and that was
play on.
Lackadaisical there from Tyson Smoothie.
It's play on.
He's got away with it. And he wasn't looking at the defender coming towards him. Marion it was putting hands in. Ulberg catches it.
Good timing there on the tackle. Corey Hall timed his tackle to perfection. Resisted the temptation to tackle in the air.
Rennie tackled. And now Laguerre. Another big customer for Toulouse. Asholbot switching, turning, twisting, causing all sorts of trouble for the Wakefield defence to the halfway line. Romeo Trapeze waits just behind him. Quick hands from Lacans and Joe Keita, who's come on as a substitute for the visitors. Hands again, quick into Lacans, twisting and turning his way through the defence again.
Lovely stuff, isn't it? Brave on the last tackle. He had every right to take that option. Nice balance, nice step. They hand the ball over. But Wakefield are on notice on last tackle. They will run the ball, not just kick it. He sense a bit of frustration on the terraces. A bit like the win predictor. The fans would have turned up today thinking this was going to be a big win, an easy win.
Well, Wakefield at home have been in sensational form towards the back end of last season, winning 8 out of the last 10 games here in Super League on their home ground. Here's Truman, brought down. Cameron Scott is back on the field. Here comes another debutant, Jazz Tavanga. As he gets tackled. Wakefield coming away with it now through Mason Lino, turning and twisting again. Mason Lino just short 10 metres from the line. Wakefield all of a sudden now trying to turn the screw. Pushed away to the right-hand side. Staunton for the home team. Here they come again. Just short. Wakefield out wide to Truman. In towards Lino. Trying to find hands out to the left-hand side, and they go over in the corner. Shot short for Wakefield Trinity, and having been put under so much pressure time and time again. Well,
might be an obstruction
referee on the
somewhere.
field says no try here.
A lot of players going through. They ended up
Chest on the outside.
just rock in space on the edge.
Confirming obstruction.
So what they're looking for is when players go through, do they take out defenders from Toulouse?
Okay,
Well, we go to Tom Grant for the first time tonight.
We're checking for obstruction in the build-up to try. So the first lead runner through is fine, so we wouldn't that. Into the next part. What happens there? So looking at this lead runner. So the Toulouse centre bites in. Any tighter on that. So we're clear at this point. He's trying to find space and he bites in. I think this is going to be our best angle to view. Runs through. He bites in and causes contact, which then causes the lead run to collide with the Toulouse player. So that's not obstruction. So we're playing through. It's a bad read initially, so we play through to this point. In towards the grounding. So the ball is grounded there, so I need to go back and review the play from the play the ball to clear for any other possible infringement. So that's fine. That's fine. We've already cleared this part and the lead runner, and we've cleared the grounding. But then a decision.
Well, there was all the possibility of there being some kind of an obstruction in there, but after much deliberation, Wakefield Trinity have got themselves back into this game. Josh Rourke scoring the try in the corner. And we have a game on our hands.
Well, great work from the video ref there. There was a collision, there was bodies on the floor, and the question was around defenders. Were defenders impeded? The answer came back. The defender took the decision. He bit in. He was always going to get, I think it's Nicotimo, he was always going to go for him. Well, he took himself out of the game. Josh Rourke gets the first try for 2026 for Wakefield Trinity.
So Max Jowett, who was absolutely deadly with the kicking boots against Swinton in the Cup last week, hitting 13 out of 14 conversions. This is a tough one though. Very, very tight angle. But he hits it. Max Jowett, absolutely deadly with the boot.
Makes such a difference when 4 turns into 6. I was really lucky in my career, played with some incredible goal kickers. Players like Yestin Harris, Andy Farrell and Kevin Sinfield. That's a difficult kick to get from the sideline, but Max Jowett, as he does most of the time, absolutely nails it.
Josh Rourke played 15 out of 30 games last season. He scored 7 tries. And he's up and running for Wakefield for the new season. Just under half an hour played. And a penalty given away here.
See, this is what I was talking about. They've conceded a try. They're trying to buy a bit of play the ball space, give the defenders time to get back. This ball is coming to you, Fraser.
Don't catch that one, that's just short.
Well, don't shut your eyes then if you're going to catch it. Don't shut your eyes and cover your face.
Wakefield in possession. I knew there was a reason why I was so keen to spend my Valentine's night with you.
Well, I can say it's one way, Fraser. There's not much love coming back. Nowhere I'd rather be.
Here's Jay Pitts for Wakefield. Midway inside the Toulouse half. And Truman out wide to Nicotimo in the tackle for Toulouse. Truman again taking the opportunity to find Isaiah Van Genaert. Wakefield now in the ascendancy and building up ahead of steam as they bring it down the left side. Nicotimo again trying to get his way a little bit further and closer towards the line.
They know what they do in Wakefield. They compress the defensive line, they hand the ball over virtually in the corner of the field, and they'll look to apply some pressure, control the play the ball, get some contact in.
Ruben Rennie running straight at defenders. He doesn't care that there appears to be something of a blue brick wall in front of him. Benjamin Laguerre likewise. Joe Keita on the 40. As Hans gets it out to the right-hand side, and the kick is to the corner, and that's gone out of play, has it?
I think
Gone
that's
for the
40-20,
50-20, I think.
Cesar Rougier, the players are celebrating.
They'll get it back.
Yeah, great work. can see he deliberately stays behind the red line, gets the angle correctly, and even though Max Jowett has a go at it, it's just a really accurate kick.
So Toulouse get possession back again. It's a tight game so far. And neither side giving an inch. So Mathieu Jusson will get play underway again. Rob Butler has come on for Toulouse as a substitute. He's tackled by one of Wakefield's substitutes to Wenger. And another one, Joe Brotherton. Just a couple of yards short of the line. Hans gets it out wide to the right-hand side. Down the line they come, Ashol Bott. And Toulouse closing in on the Wakefield line with Ruben Rennie. Rennie gets it out again. Keita just skip his way through the Wakefield line. Two in the tackle. As Hans gets it out through the middle, shaping to find Brotherton. Brotherton pushing and pushing and pushing at the Wakefield line. Eventually, the referee calls held. They want to play it quickly here. Down to the left flank. Wakefield in possession with Henry O'Kane as they try and bring the Toulouse man down. O'Kane just on the line. Mason Lino thinks he's stolen the ball here.
Wakefield penalised on the last tackle.
Yeah, James Valler not having any of it.
Perfect invitation for Toulouse. What a try would do to them here just before half-time.
So Toulouse will get an extra spell of pressure on the Wakefield line. With time ticking away. Mumiotropis gets it away back to Lecans, and now Brotherton again. Stealing another metre or two before Hans picks it up from dummy half. Keita, quick hands again, he almost lost the ball there. César Rouget. Hands again, waiting, looking for Keita, goes for Butler. Butler looking for the offload, needs some support, and it doesn't come. But it gobbles up another tackle. Hands again, down the right flank for Rouget, right over the top, looking for Ulberg. Ulberg going for the corner. Toulouse score again. And it's Paul Ulberg who gets the second try for Toulouse. They celebrate wildly in a spell of pressure that's been coming.
Well, the winger hugs his chalk. Josh Rock, on a number of occasions, has left that winger choosing to go up and in defensively, and it's a really intelligent looping pass that finds the player in space. It's a gorgeous pass, isn't it? César Rouget, brand new in this team, trusts that the ball will get there, throws it into the space, and the Cook Island winger still has a bit to do. With dancing feet and all the determination, gets another try.
He had a lot of work to do there, Paul Ulberg, but as you say, a lovely looping pass from César Rouget, setting that up nicely. And Toulouse back in front. And Rouget now the opportunity to add a couple more. And how many people would have predicted that as we approach half-time, the visitors here would be in the position they find themselves right now. Wakefield fans doing their best to create an atmosphere to put Rouget off, and I don't believe it. 2 out of 2 on the woodwork.
He's hit the beans on toast again, hasn't it? Ultimately, it's the winger who gets the ball down, Paul Ulberg. I think the bench, when they've come onto the field, have made a real difference. Butler, Brotherton, Joe Keita. They've lifted the tempo, done a real good job.
Stay back, boys. Right side.
So, 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Toulouse leading by 8 points to 6 here against Wakefield. And very, very few people would have expected that, I suspect. Brotherton. for the visitors. They look well organised, this side from Toulouse.
2 good carries from the forwards. Gives half a chance to Brendan Hans to pick up the ball and just examine the defence of Wakefield.
Well, this is a completely different kettle of fish from the last time that these two sides met back in the 2024 Championship Grand Final. Wakefield won that game comfortably, 36 points to 0, but nothing like that tonight. Tyson Smoothie in the tackle there on SL Bot, who wasn't too keen on what had been going on there. And there's a bit of afters in back play as well. And the ball's got loose here as Jowett has spilled it.
Oh, he's imploring the referee. Will he challenge it? When he carries the ball, Max Jowett, he does have a loose grip. He's going into contact again. Is the arms around it? Yeah. I think he's got a case.
Well, James has been told that they do want to challenge this, Wakefield.
I think he'll get this.
Wakefield, the challenging decision.
Tom Grant again has a decision to make.
Sorry, knock on. Lost ball. Pardon me.
Okay, it's a captain's challenge from Wakefield, challenging the on-field ruling of a knock-on.
Yeah.
So the ball is locked up at this point. That's fine. It's Toulouse hand on the ball. Is that ball dislodged? It's a clear flick of the wrist which dislodges the ball, which constitutes to the ball steal. The challenge is successful.
Challenge is successful, boys. Penalty out.
Well, he was right to be so passionate, Max Jowett, wasn't it?
Okay.
Clear and obvious when you watch it again. But I imagine Darryl Powell will be saying to his fullback, you look after that ball. Look after the pill, as they used to say.
Well, it also relieves a bit of pressure because Toulouse were rampaging forward again. As Wakefield were trying to do some defending, and they've had to do a lot of defending in this first half. There's Tavanga, one of the new signings for Wakefield. 7 players in over the course of the winter, 8 players out. Here's another one of them that's just arrived, Tyson Smoothie, finding Nicotimo. Smoothie again, waiting for it down to the left side. Because Vanganar, in actual fact, is Tavanga. Goes down in the tackle once more. Lino finding Truman. Truman with a little bit of space, but just not quite enough. This is the last one. Wakefield running for it. Vanganar just short.
Wakefield again running it on the last tackle. Vanganar, who looks lighter than he did last year. Some of the players in Super League have done a lot of work physically, trying to change the shape. As we've mentioned, the game is going to speed up this year. As the surfaces get harder, the ruck speed gets quicker. You don't need all that bulk. Whatever you've got to carry it.
It is bitingly cold here tonight in West Yorkshire, by the way. Barry and I have got the big coats on. Brotherton, who's been a real force since coming off the bench for Toulouse. Marshall Bott, Tavanga wriggling to the floor. Tavanga taking no prisoners. And there's a bit of chat going on between the two of them. As Jowett does well to gobble this one up, but yet again that white wall straight up to try and put.
Josh Rock.
Juggling there from Josh Rock.
Get it off your chest. They teach players to catch it off your chest. It bounced off. Luckily, he managed to regather it. He could have been pinged at the play of the ball, Corey Hall.
Tate gets tackled. Smoothie once more into the hands of Pitts. And Truman. Lino is waiting just behind him.
Full of mistakes.
But yeah, I think there's going to be some chat from Darryl Powell in the dressing rooms at half-time to try and tidy things up here.
Well, there you go. The referee had called held. Wakefield went on with the tackle. Rouget passed the ball forward. That's a frustrated coach on the sideline. He knows the deterioration of his side in the last 5 minutes is alarming.
Doesn't look happy at all, does he? Into the last minute of the first half. Ruben Rennie for Toulouse. 10 metres short of the line once again. What a tonic this would be for Toulouse if they were to go in and get another try here just before the hooter goes. Keita brought down short. Hands waiting for it, misses out Brotherton. Goes into Butler. Butler trying to push his way through and bundle his way over. Wakefield keep him at bay. They come again though, Toulouse. Down to the left side.
The back. McGill was in space.
Ashall waiting for it. Goes to the right-hand side this time. Lecam with a kick into the corner, but it's straight into the hands of Smoothie. And Wakefield try and break free. But more importantly, the hooter has gone at his half-time. Wakefield have been under the cosh for a fair bit of this game, and that man, Sylvain Houlet, the Toulouse coach, will be very, very happy indeed, Ben.
Absolutely, they've stayed in the contest. They've competed really hard. The skill has been better than their opposition, and you can see with the body language of both sides as they walk off.
Here, of course, at the DIY Kitchens Stadium, it is Wakefield who find themselves in the unusual position of being behind at half-time. I have a feeling, Barry McDermott, that the Wakefield players will have an awful lot of Darryl Powell ringing in their ears as they come out for the second half.
He's a passionate man and a passionate coach, but the big characters, the strong characters, will look at the man in the mirror. They'll know that the changing of momentum in this game is down to them. Players like Max Jowett will know that that's way below par for their standards.
Is it all about just trying to tidy things up, try and clear things up, try and go back to some of the basics for Wakefield? Because let's be fair, Toulouse have done a great job in this first half.
Yeah, those 7 mistakes, those basic mistakes, you get rid of half of them. You don't hand an opportunity, certainly for the Ollie Ashall-Bott try. That opportunity was presented because of a mistake. Mike McMeekin on the sideline. Hopefully for Wakefield, that's a rotation rather than an injury.
As for Sylvain Houlet, what do you think he will have been saying to his players in the sheds at half-time? More of the same?
Stay in the contest, keep doing what you're doing, keep turning up for each other. It's an excellent half. It's not perfect by any means. But as we said a number of times, most people have turned up expecting it to be a heavy defeat for the visitors. And through plays, special players and players like Ollie Ashall-Bott, they're really challenging Wakefield.
Well, we saw it on Thursday night. York Knights victorious against Hull KR, the champions. Hull FC were pushed all the way earlier on today by Bradford before Hull FC eventually won that game. And now Toulouse in the ascendancy as we start the second half here. The promoted sides showing that they are not here just to make up the numbers as Joe Brotherton tries to bring this forward for Toulouse Olympique. And an awful lot of work for Wakefield to do. Butler, again, they have got some big guys in the middle here, Toulouse, who are causing an awful lot of damage. I'm
going to say it again, the bench has come on and made a real difference. Joe Keita, one of 3 players, Keita, Brotherton and Rob Butler, lifted the tempo and done the job, done what you've got to do if you're on the bench. Lift your team, lift your players.
Toulouse in possession. As Jasson brings it towards the halfway line. Being forced back a little bit extra now here, but standing his ground before eventually getting it away. Hoisted upfield. Early tester for Max Jowett in the second half. Just feels like the temperature's dropped here a little bit further as well. Certainly less warmth from some of the Wakefield fans here. They started this game very much in fine voice, but with Toulouse calming things down a little bit The home fans will need to find their voices once again in this second half as Jester Wenger, one of the new signings for Wakefield, goes down in the tackle. That's lovely work from Staunton. As he brings it over the halfway line. Wakefield back inside Toulouse territory, and Lino hoists a high kick for Benjamin Laguerre, and Wakefield this time now straight on for the tackle.
It's a bit more intent here now from Wakefield as the crowd start to get behind them.
There you go, you can see it, you can feel it. Wakefield fans realise they need some more effort here, and an error is forced out of Paul Ulberg. And now it's the Wakefield players who are congratulating themselves on causing the error on the opposite side.
Well, it was a good kick from Mason Lino, and even better chase from Cameron Scott. And then as the players were in the block, the starting blocks, looking to get some collision, the fumble came from Paul Ulberg.
As you said, Barry, have Toulouse poked the bear? Well, no doubt with the words of Darryl Powell ringing in the Wakefield players' ears, they have to start this second half sharp, and they are looking better for it. As Corey Hall takes the tackle. Vanganar again. Tavanga rather. Smoothie out right to the right.
Yeah.
Incorrect play of the ball, as he said.
Got to get that right. You can see why he wants to play the ball quickly. You can see after a big carry, he's going to be one of the leaders in this group. Come over from the NRL. He carries that ball forward. And he doesn't regather his feet. He doesn't play the ball with his foot, which isn't always compulsory, but it has to look like you're making the attempt. Celebrations. Rob Butler turns round and gives it to him, doesn't he? Right in his face.
It's been a fiercely contested match so far. Plenty more to come.
All the games have, Fraser. You really have to commend the work that the teams have done in the pre-season. They look fit, they look hungry, ready for work.
It's so good to have rugby league back, isn't it? Celebrating the 30th anniversary this year, of course, of Super League on Sky Sports. Game after game after game, coming to you throughout the season.
There's a look infringement, yeah. Vanganar looking at the referee, but he's as guilty as sin. You cannot stay in.
Well, I suppose
especially when you're trying to clinch players, keep them tight.
Yeah.
He's looking at the referee for a signal. You're not going to get one, you're just going to see him blow the whistle.
We could say, obviously, it's the first round. Some players may be a little bit...
Absolutely.
Not fully in tune yet, a little out of sorts, but
they've spent a long time training to be right. They've known what's coming. If we saw and learned anything in the Ashes against Australia, we need to be better in that part of the game to compete at international level. So it's got to be done at domestic level, week in, week out.
Well, Toulouse, of course, not taking part in the Challenge Cup, so all they've had was a warm-up game against Catalan Dragons a couple of weeks ago, which they lost on that occasion. As Joe Keita tries to force his way through. They're deep inside Wakefield territory again here, Toulouse, as they spread the ball out to the left. Lacans with a quick crash ball over. Chip forward into the end goal area and off the post and defended. But again, Wakefield's try line under some pressure.
Doing a good job, aren't they, Toulouse? Just going through the process. They've been slicker and cleaner. Made less mistakes. And when they have, they backed it up with good defence.
And in mentioning Catalan Dragons there, I must just mention our hearts go out to the family of our dear old friend Steve Brady from Catalan Media, who sadly died just before the end of December. Steve was a great friend of everybody at Sky Sports. He would have been absolutely delighted to see Toulouse, of course, back in Super League again. A great campaigner for all things as far as French Rugby League is concerned, and to Denise and his family we send our love and our regards. As Toulouse come forward here towards 10 metres away from the Wakefield try line. Hands waiting just behind the ball. Out it comes. Quick hands again. Brotherton brought down just a few metres short. Hands again. Goes to his left. Quickly for Lecans. Lecans trying to get it from himself. Wriggling on the edge of the line. Toulouse can sense an opportunity here. Here's Keita. Keita tries to bury his way through. Can't quite manage it.
Ollie Ashall-Bott was screaming for the ball. Thought he could have had a look outside.
Oh, Keita's going at it now with Tavanga.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, because Joe Keita doesn't usually fire up. There's been quite a bit going on, hasn't there?
Separate, boys.
A lot of pushing, a lot of shoving. We saw it at Warrington. I was at Lee last night. Lee Leeds was fiery. Let's have a look what Joe Keita took exception to.
Well, yeah, there's been an awful lot going on between these two sides. Certainly a huge amount of celebrating going on every time the other side makes a mistake.
Yeah. No, Joe Keita,
I do feel that there's just been one or two little incidents here and there.
Okay.
I don't know whether there's a slap here. A push and then a slap.
Okay,
we're going
boys,
to have another look at this.
It's going to be a play the
In
ball.
the meantime,
let's keep your hands to yourself. I'm not going to warn you guys again.
James Vella.
Keep your hand to yourself. Play the ball, okay?
Yeah, keep your hands to yourself. That's what's being said. There was a shove, a little bit of a slap out there from Tavanga.
Well, yeah, let's get on.
Something and nothing.
Yeah.
Wakefield then trying to release a little bit of the pressure, working their way out of their own half. Still the Toulouse defenders hunting in packs and pushing Wakefield back, keeping hold of Jay Pitts. Referee shouting held quickly, and that's going to be speeded up quite a bit this season. You'll see that from the referees. Wakefield on the attack here though with Cam Scott. Cam Scott's got away from his marker. Has he got all the legs? He's waiting for Jowett in support, but the pass didn't come. But a terrific run from Cam Scott. Truman in towards Tavanga. Needs some support again. That's a lovely little turn round. They could get the chance here, and Truman's got the ball dropped out of his hands.
Great work from Toulouse. Great work. It's Brendan Hans who rallied back when that break was made. Cam Scott couldn't put the pass in because he was in between the support player, Max Jowett. And once again they forced the mistake, and once again Wakefield spurned an opportunity. It's a dogged side, this Toulouse side, isn't it?
So much going on in this game between these two sides. They have not given an inch. Just what we love to see in Super League. Two sides determined and really going at it.
He's been solid, Cesar Rougier. The back end of sets, putting good kicks in, trying to find field position, and that white wall of defence of Toulouse Olympique has been solid.
Rourke down in the tackle. Try scorer for Wakefield in the first half. Corey Hall is tackled. Again, Wakefield try and run it quickly. Referee pushes them back. Too quick. McMeekin now. Pitts looking backwards for Tavanga, but taking the tackle himself. Quickly again, Truman. Chip ball over the top, looking for Rourke to try and claim this one. Ulberg almost came away with it as he dropped it in the process.
I think it's Wakefield's ball, this. Oh, Wakefield with the first
knock. You can challenge if you like.
Well, if the Wakefield fans in the stand away to our left were not exactly happy about some of the decisions so far. That's another one.
They're going to challenge this.
Well, we'll go
Wakefield, the
upstairs
challenge
once again.
decision of a double knock-on.
And Tom
First
Grant
one
has
by
another
Wakefield.
decision to make.
I did think it was a Toulouse knock-on first. We'll have a look.
It's tackle 5, the captain's challenge from Wakefield. They're challenging the on-field ruling for double knock-on. First one being off Wakefield. This is going to be our best angle. We'll just check the kick first.
Yeah, check possible escort as well, mate.
So chases to the left or onside. Play through. I'm just going to check possible escort.
Not right now, Mike. We are having a look. We are having a look.
So he's originally moving towards the ball. He then prevents the Wakefield player from challenging for the ball. The challenge is successful. It's a penalty for an escort.
As you can see from the replay there, Barry, it was clear that Ruben Rennie was getting involved too much. The referee's liking that.
Well, Wakefield have got a different answer to a different question, haven't they? Ultimately, they get the ball back. There was an escort, a block, a shoulder. I still think the ball was fumbled by Ulberg, but it doesn't matter. Correct captain's challenge. You try and think back 12 months, we were slaughtering players and captains for getting it wrong. I don't think there's been a wrong one all weekend.
Yeah, they didn't quite know how to do it, did they, when it first came in, but they're certainly getting the hang of it now. Wakefield successful on 2 occasions now with their captain's challenges. As McMeekin trying to capitalise now on this possession that they have. Close to the Toulouse line. Staunton offloading, nicely put away. Wakefield still in possession with Tavanga. A few metres short again. Smoothie waits, goes to his right-hand side. Lino, short ball for Staunton. Staunton's lost it.
Wow, again.
Can you believe the number of errors that are being made in this game?
Well, I'm going to say that's a forced error. I'm going to say that's body in front of body. Matty Staunton tries to bump off the defender. Just a low tackle.
We have the captain's challenge, mate.
Henry O'Kane, they're going to challenge this again.
Wakefield, the challenging decision of a knock-on.
Another decision to be made.
Is it snatched?
Once again,
They
Tom
believe
Grant,
it's a ball
over to
steal,
you.
It's a captain's challenge from Wakefield. They're challenging the on-field ruling of a knock-on. So we're coming into contact. So the Toulouse man is falling off the tackle. Due to the contact, the ball then dislodges, which is a knock-on. Challenge unsuccessful.
Well, this one overturned.
Yep, lost on impact.
What do you think, then?
I don't agree with that one. I think he goes in, dips with his shoulder and tugs and pulls the ball away. Henry O'Kane, Matty Staunton and Wakefield, you can see Darryl Powell. He's either disagreed with the referee and video ref decision, or he's questioning why you would lose your captain's challenge on a 50-50. Anyway.
Well, bottom line is Toulouse have the ball at the scrum. And Ruben Rennie will try and come away with it and give his side some leeway with Mathieu Jusson. Backhand again. Here's Ulberg, one of the scorers for Toulouse. Hanswait's just behind him. Running at defenders quickly, Toulouse. They've been very, very quick at the play of the ball, time after time. Joe Cater now for the visitors. This is the last one. Long high ball.
as well.
He takes it well, but he's pushed back again by that white line. Immediately up to escort the ball backwards. Wakefield again making some substitutions. Harvey Smith is going to make his way into the game. Hand round the shoulders there of Cam Scott. Toulouse got away with it. Here is Harvey Smith. Quickly rolling it through. Jack Pitts has also gone off now for Wakefield. Into the hands of Matty Laguerre. Both sides now happy to exchange sets. As Hamlin Welly goes in on the tackle there for Wakefield. Roger trying to miss another one out. Keita. Smith, Hamlin Welly, and McMeekin all in, trying to bring him down. Marshall Bott now has been a real firecracker for Toulouse, a real lively player. It's caused all sorts of problems for the Wakefield defence. Rouget once more with the kick in towards the 10-metre line. Jowett stands, pouching the ball again, time and time again.
After 50 minutes of chaos, we've suddenly
hit a lull.
We've suddenly hit an arm wrestle.
Yeah.
It's usually the other way around, isn't it?
Well, that's massive credit to the players for not only their desire to throw the ball around the way they have, but also their fitness levels as well. You should expect at this time of the season. But these two really have gone toe-to-toe, haven't they?
It shows composure. They're wanting to grind it out. Great ball movement.
Lovely work from Jowett. Back in towards Mason Lino. Lino streaking forward. He needs some support. He'll find it in the space of Truman, but Toulouse get back.
Brilliant work. Brilliant work. Great awareness from Mason Lino. The Wakefield side probably need Mason Lino a bit more involved. Glides into the hole, Max Jowett, and he stays alive. Mason Lino, so important to this Wakefield side and ever present in 2025. Won all the awards for Wakefield. Such was his influence. And it's out on the full.
Dear, oh dear. Romeo Trapice it was with the covering tackle, but then the ball out on the full there.
We're going to get the ball. It's a handover. In front of the sticks. That's the gamble, isn't it? Teams, you see it so often, they'll try and kick it short in an attempt to regather. If it goes wrong, you're defending your try line.
Didn't go according to plan there. And Wakefield have the chance to put some more pressure on the Toulouse line. Where's Matty Staunton?
Where's Mason Lino? He needs to get his hands on the ball.
Not had as big an influence on this game as you'd expect, has he? Nikotima brought down. He's seen plenty of the ball, Lino, but not had that much of an effect. Caleb Hamlin-Welly just a couple of metres short. Smith marshals his troops, goes away to his left-hand side. Quick hands from Truman as Wakefield find Jowett. Jowett just a couple of metres short, but again, Toulouse defence in fantastic nick. Truman out to Lino. Lino now needs some magic, but they were equal to it again. The defending men in white shirts as Lecans has the loose ball.
Well, the luck is going the way of Toulouse. He sticks a leg out and ends up regathering the ball. I think it's Thomas Lucans. Yeah. Well, Thomas Lucans gets hold of the ball. Sticking in the game.
And now Toulouse have made another change as well, because Tyler Dupree has come back on the field for Rob Butler. He could still yet have a big influence on how this game goes as Mathieu Jusson takes the tackle. Rennie playing at dummy half as another tester for Max Jowett. goes into the breadbasket. Getting support from Will Tate. Tate with a decent run, eventually brought down. Lino just behind him. Wakefield want to play this quickly. Cam Scott goes down in the challenge. Quick from Lino. As Wakefield finds Josh Raw. To the halfway line again. Harvey Smith.
Great
a lovely offload there for Smith to pick up again. Looking for support from Tavanga, but goes himself instead. Wakefield with a bit between their teeth now. As Tavanga brings it out to 20 metres from the Toulouse line on the last year. It needs a decent kick from Truman. It goes to the corner.
Shocker from Jake Truman. Mason Lino on the right allowed his halfback partner the luxury of taking that last tackle option. He scuffs the ball. Mike McMeekin, there's the kick. Mike McMeekin with a beautiful late offload. Might be the key to some broken field, some broken play, because they are struggling to break Toulouse down. Jake Truman over on this left side needs to be a little bit better than that. Look at those stats there. Tackle success. Wakefield, although they're making those tackles, the scoreboard is so slanted towards, still slanted towards Toulouse. And 10 errors now, Wakefield.
Post-contact meters there. Toulouse making 425 as opposed to Wakefield's 288. Just gives you a little indication of some of the power that some of the big forwards have in this Toulouse line and how they've utilised it. Ashol Bott, the fullback for Toulouse, who's had a terrific game so far. Again, stealing another couple of metres.
We're going to mention his name before the end of this game, mark my words. He still hasn't drawn up a line under his involvement.
Josh Rourke for Wakefield, taking the tackle on his own 40. Corey Hall trying to steal 1 or 2 more metres. Falling into the tackle. There Will Tate. Smith gets it away to McMeekin. Running out of space. Harvey Smith quickly behind. As Pitts gets it out quick down the line again for Wakefield. Corey Hall waiting for some support. Lovely backhand pass for Josh Rourke. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he can. Still bouncing around all over the place. Wakefield gambling here. Truman going for it for the line. Jay Pitts, high ball over the top, looking for some space, and Cameron Scott will go over in the corner for Wakefield. Vintage stuff from the entertainers of 2025. They've been strewn with errors throughout this game, but finally the gamble pays off and Wakefield are back in front.
A little bit of quality there from Wakefield. You can trace that all the way back to Corey Hall over on the left side. The try is scored on the right by his opposite centre, Cameron Scott, but the damage was done by Corey Hall. A sweeping play. Count the passes here, 2, 3, 4, but it's that one from Corey Hall, the speculator back inside. And this is just about players pushing up, making themselves available. Jay Pitts showing all his experience to choose the best pass when 3 or 4 of them presented themselves prior to that. Lovely stuff. Jay Pitts places it in the path of Cam Scott. Just over 18 minutes left on the clock. I don't think this is done. I think there's plenty more still to go. But for now, Wakefield take the lead.
Now the try has been confirmed in the background. And so, Wakefield, 2 points in front. And this is all of a sudden a very, very important kick for Max Jowett to try and convert. But he's over in the corner once again. A pressure kick, this one. But this man normally has ice in his veins when it comes to kicking from any angle on the field. Everyone in this Wakefield Stadium willing this ball to go between the sticks, and he's missed it. He's missed it. So only 2 points in the game, 18 minutes left. And still tons of action to come, but as you say, Barry, that lovely pass from Corey Hall setting up Wakefield's try here.
And it's a credit to Toulouse that they've had to be forced into plays like this, Wakefield. They probably edge it in terms of quality of player, but for attitude and determination and sheer will, the Toulouse players, well, they're showing them how to play the game, Wakefield.
Inside the last quarter of the game then, Wakefield just put their noses in front, but Toulouse certainly not out of this game by a long chalk yet. We're set for another grandstand finish here at the DIY Kitchen Stadium.
I think Hull and Bradford was 20 points all with just a couple of minutes left on the clock. You wouldn't bet against that, would you?
Hull scored a drop goal, didn't they, late on, and then eventually another try, but there's still plenty of points left in this game, I'm sure of that. Harvey Smith picking up a loose ball there before Lino hoists a high one into the evening there. Ashall Boss spills it. Wakefield try and get it back here. Has McMeekin grounded this for a try? I think he has, you know. The referee, of course, will want to have another look at this one. He's giving us no try on the field, James Vella. Perhaps there was a knock-on in the build-up, but we'll see. Once again, we go to the video referee, Tom Grant, for a definitive decision.
Okay, with no tackle, no try on field. We're looking to confirm there is a knock-on by Wakefield. So we start the kick. So there are players off, 2 players off to the right of the kicker. Let's track them, and also keep an eye on the kicker so the kicker stays out of it. So he's inside the 10 at this point, the offside chaser, but he remains passive due to the players in the vicinity of the Toulouse catcher. But I'm going to stay on this angle. So the Wakefield chaser is offside. He's within the 10 of the Toulouse player at this point, but passive due to the players in the vicinity, and then becomes active when he takes hold of the ball. Made my decision.
Okay.
Well, immaterial of whether or not the ball was grounded there or whether there was a knock-on. It was the fact that there was an offence in the build-up to that anyway, due to an offside. So that one is chalked off.
Yeah, I think sometimes they go through the whole process and it becomes frustrating, but again, perfect from Tom Grant. The crowd aren't sure what's gone on. One of the chasers was offside. It will go all that. It's irrelevant what happens after that.
McMeekin denied then, and Darryl Powell has to wait a little longer to try and see if his side can put more daylight between themselves and the chasing Toulouse.
You can sense the frustration, both the players, coaches on the sideline. You can even feel it on the terraces. I'm going to say it again, Mason Lino, in every situation, he's such a smooth operator. Just hasn't had the platform, hasn't had the opportunities he usually gets.
The referee shouted held there before the ball was offloaded by Tyler Dupree. Hugo Garrigue has come on for Toulouse. Ashall bought now, though. They're still in the ascendancy here, though. Benjamin.
tackle from Max Jowett. It looked for all money.
Quite rightly receives the congratulations of his teammates.
I don't know where his arms were on this tackle. He had to put his body on the line. I've heard Sam Tompkins talk about situations like this. That's a shoulder charge, that.
Challenge coming in, mate.
It is, but I've heard Sam Tompkins, who's one of the best fullbacks of the modern era.
Decision of a lateral handover into touch.
Well, there's a captain's challenge going here, and they're going to have another look at it.
Yeah, the
Tom Grant's got another decision to make.
They're checking.
Boys, just stay there. We're going to deal with it. Okay, we're going to have a look.
Captain's challenge from Toulouse. They're challenging the on-field decision of into touch. They're claiming there's been a prior breach of a shoulder charge. Possession at this point.
Boys, just go back. Go back, thanks. Right.
Can't see anything. This might tell more. She's in field at this point. Just looking to see whether the arm is tucked from Jowett.
Just give us a sec, Kate.
These are our best angles, so play through. There is no attempt to wrap from the Wakefield tackler, which then causes the Toulouse player to enter touch. The challenge is successful.
Challenge successful, Barry. You called it absolutely spot on. You thought it was a shoulder charge.
I wasn't sure what he was checking, but I was glad it was that. And again, I'm going to say it's Sam Tompkins brings this up.
We've had a look at it.
Technique, when you need to make a decision, when you need to make that player going for the corner, you need to make him adjust. Just literally fling your body. But yeah, shoulder charge.
Well,
Toulouse go again.
Again, the home fan's not happy, as you can imagine, but quite rightly, correct decision. Belmar now for Toulouse. They've got the wind in their sails here now again, as Garrigue waits for it, goes himself for the try line, and the referee blows the whistle again.
Take two. You take two, surely. Yeah,
Cesar Rouge holds of two fingers up. He's going to go for it in terms of the kick. But Wakefield here, Mason Lino arguing with the referee.
They are rattled.
But they have been the architects of their own downfall in this little period of play here.
I'm just going to explain myself there with the shoulder charge. When two players are going for the same point and running in a similar direction, and that's a different shoulder charge than players running at each other, facing each other, and a shoulder charge is used on that occasion.
Yeah.
I'm sure Sam Tompkins can explain it a lot better than me.
Well,
Either way,
he was probably on the end of a few more than you.
Either way, it doesn't help Wakefield, but it goes right into the hands of Toulouse. All locked up, 10-all.
With, what, 14 and a little bit minutes left on the clock.
Haven't they done well?
Probably a happy man, yeah.
Haven't they done well, the three teams that have come up?
Yeah, I think a lot of people were probably expecting that the score lines and just the golfing class and quality would be much, much greater than it has been in these opening three games, but not a bit of it. Tyler Dupree. And Garrigue in towards Jasson. Meekin in the tackle, having been denied a try by the video replay just a couple of minutes earlier. Garrigue again. As Henry O'Kane is brought down. So many big guys. Anthony Marion, one of them for Toulouse. Another chip forward again. Another big tester again for Wakefield and Max Jowett, who almost cleared out Thomas Lecan there. with his forward run. Mason Lino. Cam Scott for Wakefield, who's taken a bit of a knock there by the looks of it. Tyler Dupree involved in the tackle there.
Big appeals, wasn't there?
He's been in the wars tonight, hasn't he?
Big appeals as soon as that challenge took place.
Tackle 2, Cam Scott with the ball, mate. Tackle 2.
Tyler Dupree's Cam Scott again.
Yeah,
He got his bell rung in the first 5 minutes or
survived
so,
an
didn't
HIA.
he?
Might have another one here. Well, it's a slightly swinging arm. But it certainly looks like there's contact with the head there.
Well, just look at how wide his feet are.
Yeah.
Just look at his lunge forward with both feet in the air, more or less.
He could be in a spot of bother here, Tyler Dupree.
It's poor technique.
Yeah. Nothing more to add.
Can't afford to spread your feet that wide with smaller, more agile players in front of you.
Well,
Yes, he's up, mate.
James Vella's going to have a word, I think, with Tyler Dupree here. It's just a question of whether or not there might be a card coming out.
What have we got? Is it HIA, green card or a sub?
So I expect that Cameron Scott will have to go off for another head injury assessment, his second of the night.
If I don't get a call, it's going to be a green card.
And if he doesn't, it's a green card and he has to go off for 2 minutes.
Whether he likes it or not.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you stay down.
Well, cards coming out here. It is a green one for Cameron Scott, so he has to go off and get some medical attention. But no further action towards Tyler Dupree. And is he maybe a little bit fortunate?
He's a lucky boy there, he is, with the game in the balance. Have to be squeaky clean.
McMeekin now bringing it forward for Wakefield. 10 points apiece as Harvey Smith brings it forward for Wakefield, and he's had the ball stolen off him here by Mathieu Jasson. Toulouse get it back. They too have a player down in back play as well. It's Henry O'Kane who's struggling and hobbling at the moment, but play continues. Galligue into Belmar. This game absolutely on a knife edge. Ashol Bot flings it out wide to the left-hand side. Romeo Tropis goes down in the tackle before Lacans finds Dupree. Dupree running at defenders, still going. A few metres short. Galligue going to the left side. They've got players here. Tropis, has he got the ball down? The Toulouse players think he has. They're celebrating. Romeo Tropis has gone down in the corner. The referee has given it. And the Toulouse Olympic sides could well have just about wrapped up this game. There's plenty left in it, but my word, they are in the ascendancy now.
Well, we've talked about the atmosphere in this ground. We've talked about how they generate through noise and passion. Well, it's deathly silent at the minute. Toulouse Olympique go the short side. And there isn't any deception. Just simply runs over the top of defenders. Matty Staunton, the player at the bottom. Wow.
What a game. What a game this has been. And what a shock it is for Wakefield. After all the good work they'd done last season.
And do you know who would have defended that?
Oh, I don't believe it!
Has he hit the post again?
Again!
You know who would have defended that, Fraser? Cameron Scott.
What on earth? How has César Rouget hit the woodwork 3 times in one game? Well, honestly, I hope that our great statistician Ian Proctor is watching this game. Perhaps he can feed through to us when the last time was that the woodwork was hit 3 times in one game, because I don't think I've ever seen that before, Barry. Anyhow, the bottom line is 4 points between the two sides. We're into the last 10 minutes. It's still anybody's, but Toulouse have the wind in their sails. Garrigue into the middle for Marion.
Garrigue is the most French-looking French player I think I've ever seen.
I think that's Marion who's run to the close
goatee.
Yeah, here's Lecans. Lecans chipping it forward. Everybody running towards the corner. Rourke chasing after it. And Will Tate just enough to push that ball over in the corner.
What an intelligent kick. You can see with the puff of the cheeks of Will Tate how much pressure they are under at the minute.
They are under the pump.
Wow. It's a gorgeous kick. He looks at his options, assesses it really well, just dabs it behind the line.
But so much pressure being put on this Wakefield side.
You wouldn't back against another try here, would you?
Well, you'd be a brave man not to. Belmar. They've got tackles in the bank here. Rouget. Ashol Bott. As he got the last twist in the tail here, the fullback. Dupree trying to fend off tackles. Still going, Tyler Dupree. Lovely little ball in towards Jusson. Just a couple of metres short of the line. Once again here they go down to the right side. Ruben Rennie, can he get the ball down? Referee having a really close look at this one. A very, very close look indeed.
Toulouse celebrate.
He's given it as no try on the field. The Toulouse players are celebrating. They think Ruben Rennie has got this. But it's another big decision to be made for video referee Tom Grant.
Okay, it's tackle 2, but no try on field. We're just looking to confirm the on-field call of held up, so I can't see much of the ball on this. This may help. So we see the ball on this angle, and then lose sight of the ball. And then at no point there can I see. Just going to check all the available angles we've got here. And we just used off the ball. The ball is well up at this point. This is probably going to be our best angle. And then lose sight of the ball, but it was well up. But I can just see it there at the top. The ball is clearly up and then lose sight again. And it's then still well up. Just confirm from this angle. Ball comes to shot, well up, lose sight at this point. Still lose sight. And the whistle is blown. I think insufficient evidence to overturn a live call.
Well, there's going to be a bit of a roar here in the DIY Kitchen Stadium when this decision comes through, because Toulouse have been denied a try thanks to some brilliant cover tackling from Seth Nicotimo and Josh Rourke holding the ball up.
Tackle 3, Ruben, mate. Ruben!
So the drama continues. We must apologise, by the way, for one or two technical issues that we're having with the video referee's microphone. Hopefully you're able to hear everything that's going on from Tom Grant. But 7.5 minutes left, Baz. And still plenty of drama left in this game.
And the game's still in the balance. Still in the balance.
Dupree. Inside 10 metres. Ashol Bott going for it himself. Ashol Bott. Can he bring it down again? Oh, my word.
I told you.
He's even more confident this time. Only Ashol Bott really thinks he's going to try. They're celebrating again. And the referee points to the spot. Toulouse. My word.
Look at the smile
on him. What a game they're having.
Look at the smile. That is a player that makes things happen. As I said, he has a great instinct to find and follow the ball, put himself where the action is. The ball in two hands, an angled run with defenders unsure whether he's going to pass or run. He runs, he twists, he turns, he scores, Fraser.
This is a brilliant run from Ollie Ashall-Bott. Ball on the ground. Yeah, absolutely superb work from the fullback. You said it, Barry, you said there was a very good chance that he could still write a very important chapter in this game, and that's exactly what he's done. He's been such a live wire through the entire game.
A wonderful player. He hasn't had a massive amount of involvement, but what he has done has had class and quality all over it.
Surely, says Roger,
this is
not going to hit the woodwork again.
He's either going to miss it by a mile or it's going to go through the edge.
Straight through the middle. 3 out of 4 hitting the woodwork. Such a rarity in rugby league. We're just telling some of the Wakefield players to get back behind the line. He's gone for it, but this time he's put it wide. But 8 points the difference, Barry. We're coming up to, what, 5.5 minutes remaining. It's time for you to start thinking about your Betfred player of the match as well. So put your thinking cap on for that.
I've no idea who the player of the match is. I've no idea who's going to win this game. They've gone short here,
Wakefield. They've gone short, and Ashall-Bott spilled it. It's Ulberg, in actual fact, has spilled it.
Some urgency now for Wakefield.
Well, they're 8 points behind. And we have 5 minutes remaining on the clock. It would be some kind of a Houdini act here.
There's still time. They've just not looked anywhere near it all game.
They've just been a little bit off the pace, haven't they?
Yeah. But full credit to Toulouse.
Well, they've been presented with opportunities and they have taken them. Wakefield, though, possibly with a chance to have a last say in this game. Harvey Smith, Truman, down the hands to Vangenaar. Smith again, out to his right. Truman waiting for support. Finds it. As Emanuele takes the tackle. Truman, flick over the top, waiting for it in the corner. Whoa! We could be back on here. Will Tate has gone over in the corner for Wakefield. With a few minutes to go, he's game on.
Well, finally, Wakefield puts something together, finds some space on the edge. Will Tate on that right-hand side dabs the ball down. But no celebrations for Wakefield. Quickly getting back into position, ready to receive the ball after this attempted conversion. Truman with a looping pass, much like the one that Toulouse put in the first half. For Ulberg's try. We won't be messing about here.
Wow.
Get the ball on the tee. But here now, because of the lack of quality from the kicking tee, have they missed four? They've missed kicks.
Three. One went wide and 3 have hit the post. So that's 8 points that Toulouse have left on the pitch.
So they've missed 4.
They've missed 4.
Yeah. My maths ain't great, but
neither is mine.
No, 8 points. They'd have been a mile in front if
the game would have been put to bed. It would have been won by now. This, again, a massive pressure kick for Max Jowett. Right over in the corner. He'll take all the allotted 1 minute he's got, if he can, to just steady himself and send it on its way.
He's got it.
Up go the flags. Up go the flags.
Right.
We are a 2-point ball game with 3.5 minutes remaining.
Strap yourselves in now.
Will Tate over in the corner for Wakefield to give them a lifeline. Hold on to your hats, folks.
That's a great try from Tate. But cometh the hour, cometh the man. Max Jowett nails the kick, makes it a 2-point ball game.
I tell you what, by the looks on Darryl Powell's face there, even if Wakefield came away with the victory, he would still not be
a happy
man.
It's been a horrible night for Wakefield and Darryl Powell, but 2 points might make it feel just a little bit better.
Brilliant for us neutrals. It's been such an entertaining game. Isn't it great to have Super League back?
Absolutely. I feel it would be unjust if Toulouse didn't come away from this match with something. But anyway,
what have Wakefield got left in the tank? What have Toulouse got left in the tank? As we go into the closing stages of this game, and it's still very much up for grabs. Matty Staunton finding Mason Lino, and now Jay Pitts over the halfway line into Toulouse territory. Harvey Smith quickly for McMeekin. Lino again. Wakefield wanting to run at defenders now. Tate over in the corner, waiting for some support. Ollie Ashall got his hands in there again.
He had to play for that ball, Ollie Ashall, but another line break over on the right side. Will Tate with the ball, tries to feed it back in tight to supporting Max Jowett, but Ollie Ashallbot has no option other than to stab at that ball.
Toulouse are challenging the decision of the
challenge. Tom Grant has earned his money tonight.
Well, I don't know whether this is a tactical captain's challenge. It's not going to change the decision at all.
rules, though.
Okay, we've got a captain's challenge from Toulouse, just challenging the on-field ruling of a knock-on. So that ball is quite clearly touched from Ashallbot.
Pass. Pass by Wakefield, obviously.
Ball is touched. So the first time we're looking at it, does it go forward in relation to around this part? Touched. And the ball is then knocked on. Challenge unsuccessful.
I don't think they were ever going to get that. That is purely and simply to get another 45 seconds or another minute of energy back.
Get themselves a breather, as well.
Tactical captain's challenge.
They're up against it here. Toulouse now pinned in on their own try line. Just under 2.5 minutes remaining in this game. Corey Hall coming forward for Wakefield. They have plenty of tackles if they want to take them. Harvey Smith goes in down the line. Wakefield's Mason Lino finding hands again. Matty Staunton this time. Lino back out towards Truman, waiting, unwaiting. Has he taken too long? Well, it's a bit of a schmozzle. 10 metres from the line, but Wakefield have got it back again. Truman handing it off. It's going through, almost through Caleb Hamlin-Welly. Smith goes down to his right-hand side. Lino finds Truman. Back out, quick hands. Tate in the corner. They've held him out. They've managed to hold him out, Toulouse. Desperate stuff from the visitors.
Well, that was the game that Will Tate saw the try line. He thought he had enough time and space to get there, but committed defence. 3 defenders, full-back standoff and centre, all in unison, push him over the sideline.
Romeo Tropis was the man pivotal in that challenge, and he was the man who scored over in the corner not long ago.
And the last man in to make and effect that tackle, Ollie Ashall-Bot.
He's had a fantastic game. Could well be a candidate for player of the match as Benjamin Laguerre brings this one forward. They're going to try and run the clock out here. Toulouse, surely. We're into the... Saloon for Trinity as Jowett comes across his line. Corey Hall trying to keep it alive. Truman with the kick to the corner, over the top of everyone. Cam Scott finding Staunton, back in again. Throwing it about all over the place there. Oh, and they've got the ball back, Toulouse. Surely that's it. That is it. The hooter goes. And Toulouse have recorded a famous victory here at Wakefield. Sylvain Houlet's side were probably not given a sniff by anybody coming into this game. But as the home fans make their way out to the stadium, that man there has masterminded an incredible victory for Toulouse Olympique.
A breathtaking performance from Toulouse.